What is up, everybody? Today we're going to go through a 40-minute full body weight workout completed with a dynamic stretch and a cool down at the end. Make sure that you have water. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and press start, and then we're going to get going. All we're going to do here first is just start moving in place any way possible that you want to. So this is really up to you, and then we're going to keep going. All right, here we go. Relax. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and look at my heart rate, see where I'm at. I'm at about 82 right now, okay? Now we're going to go side to side. So now we're going to just go side to side. All right, so we are all done with those lateral shuffles. My heart rate's at 135. Inhale through your nose, exhale it out. Now we're going to do some bear crawl. So we're going to do some bear crawl forward and back. All done there. Now after our body weight workout, the next thing we're going to do is a arm movement. So this is called swimmer. You bring your hands behind your head. You can go really wide feet. Make a big Y. I want you to internally rotate or turn your biceps forward. Make a T. And then you're going to make an A, and then you're going to try to bring those hands all the way up the back as you bend those elbows, and then relax. Then from here, I want you to push the hands away from the back and extend the elbows back to your A. Externally rotate or open up the shoulders to a T, all the way back to that Y, hands behind the head. And you just completed a standing shoulder swimmer. So we call these shoulder swimmers. Really good for the shoulders here. Okay, now we're going to do a gait swing. So I'm going to walk forward, and then I'm going to walk back. Okay, walk back and forward. Okay, now we're going to do some split squat, okay, but in a shortened position. So we're going to get into a shortened split stance position. If this is too much, just bring the back leg further back, okay? And from here, we're just going to go up and down. The back toe is on the ground, pushing into the ground. We're going to squat down and then stand up and bring those hands out front. Or you can see if you can try to keep your back straight on the way down, using primarily that front foot. After 20 seconds, we're going to switch. Now if that's too close, just go back to a lunge. And one more, and then all the way up. From here, we're going to go really wide legs, hands at the hips, and we're just going to tilt our upper body one way and our lower body the other way. So we're shifting our hips to one side, and then we're moving our upper body toward the other side. We're just doing some lateral shifting here. Contralateral shift here. Should feel a good stretch on each side when you do that. Back and forth here, side to side. And stop. All right, from here, we're going to do a scapular retraction and protraction. So we're going to bring those hands out front, squeeze those fists, and then make your hands a little bit wider. And then from here, we're going to retract the shoulder blades, protract the shoulder blades. Retract, protract, all the way up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, and now back, up, forward, and down. Back. Try not to bend the elbows and try not to bend at the wrist. Up, forward, and down, back, up, forward, and down, and relax. So those were some scapular retractions. From here, we are going to do a lunge. We're going to lunge forward to start, and then if you want, you can add in a rotation toward that side that you are lunging toward. So if I lunge right foot forward, I'm going to lunge toward that. I'm going to and relax. So now our breath should be up. I'm at about 130 beats per minute, 36 years old, so it's in a pretty good range right now. Okay, now we got about 5 seconds to breathe. We're going to go back to that crawl position. All right, and then putting to use those shoulder blades. Now that could have been tough on your wrist. So what we're going to do is some wrist cars next. So feet can be a little bit wider than the shoulders, just for a strong base. Elbows at 90. And then we're going to point those fingers down, in, up, all the way out, all the way down. Really try to extend those wrists down. Hold here. Fingers will go in and down, in and up, all the way up, all the way out, all the way out, all the way down. All the way down and in and up, all the way up and out, all the way out, all the way down. And now we'll go the other way, out, all the way up and in, all the way down, all the way out, all the way up, all the way in, and then all the way down. And for more wrists, you can get into a combat position if you're able to, or you can just go hands and knees, breathe and hold here. Option 1, option 2, breathe and hold. We'll hold this for about 20 seconds, and then we'll do a 10-second pals, 10-second rails. Now start pressing those fingertips into the ground, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and hold. Press, press, press. And then we're going to lean forward, rails contraction, and then we're going to try to keep those fingers off the ground as we go back into that position, nice and slowly, back into that passive range. So pals, light pals and rails on the wrist here. Now again, option 1, hands and knees. Option 2, you can play around with that combat position. So beginning to passively hold here to start, and wrist extension. And then after 20 seconds, we'll start pressing those fingers into the ground from 0 to 100%. And then rails contraction, trying to lift those fingers off the ground, cheating by leaning forward here. Pressing into the ground, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift off. Rails, hold, 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 hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it back down. So a little bit of wrist work before we get into the main workout. Now, lastly, we'll go into wrist flexion here. So we're flexing the wrist in our passive range hold. Again, we'll go 20-second passive hold. And then we'll go pals, pressing the fingertips into the ground, rails, pulling those fingers further into flexion. So passively holding. Breathe. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Uh-oh, that's okay. We're still good. Start pressing the back of those fingers into the ground. 10%, 20%, 30%, 40, 50. And then rails, pull it into the ground. Or pull it away from the ground. Hold. Let's see where we're at. Alright, so we're 13 minutes in. Okay, now we're going to go to our hands and knees. We're going to begin some push-ups here. You can perform some hands and knees push-ups like this if you want, or you can bring those knees off the ground. Okay, we're going to see how many we can get in 20 seconds. We're going to rest for 20 seconds, and then we're going to reload, and we're going to do that 5 sets. All right, so as many as you can in 20 seconds, and then rest 20 seconds. Again, you can bring those knees down if you need to, or you can do a wall push to regress it. All right, back to a relaxed position. You're going to hold 20 seconds. Breathe. Same thing, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. If this is too much on your hands, and go to a wall. And relax. Alright. If you need to stretch those wrists out, if it's just not working for your wrists, then just hold a plank position and just hold that position. Alright? So this can be tough on your wrists. But we're also strengthening the wrist too. Here we go. Ooh, all right. Okay, move those wrists around. Breathe. Last 2 rounds. Make sure that you're breathing. Remember, quality over quantity. If your back isn't straight, make sure you're doing them on your knees. And if your back isn't straight on your knees, make sure you're just using a wall. Okay, just do a standing wall push. It's just as good. If we're not getting that form, form is the most important here. Last round. Breathe. Here we go. So that's about 5. Take a breather. Go ahead and stand up. Get a minute break. Make sure you get your water. Okay. Now we're going to do a single leg reach. So find an object in your house, a chair, and find an object in your house that's about up to your knee. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to stand on one leg. We're going to reach with the opposite hand toward that object. That's going to be our single leg, straight leg deadlift. All right? Here we go. We're going to go for 12 reps on each side. Okay, should have really felt that. Now as a cool down kind of workout, we're going to go wide feet, bend at the knees. We're just going to go real slow, walking laterally. Try to keep those knees out. And then we're going to go the other way. And relax. Just breathe here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. We're halfway through. We're halfway through. Keep breathing. Alright, I'm going to put this, we'll go for 20 minutes here. When I put this on here, we'll go for 20 minutes. That way we can have the timer involved. Alright, so we're going to go back to that single leg reach. Okay, on your right foot or your back to that wide leg walk. Let's keep breathing. Keep breathing. And relax. All right. Got about a minute here to relax and breathe. Okay. Now we're going to work our side lunge. You can do this two ways. We'll start with option 1, and then we'll work our way to option 2. Feet are wide. If you need some dowels or a bench or a box to help with some support, especially a wall would be good, you can use that. All we're going to do is lean to one side or the other. If your foot wants to open up, if that's more comfortable on the knee or ankle, then allow it to do what it wants to do. But try not to go into a position of pain. You're trying to limit pain. You're trying to find a range that works best for you. You're going to lean this way first. All right, here we go. Lean, maybe reach, and then come back to center, and then switch. Seven and 8 and 8. Okay, so that was version 1. Okay, version 2 is we're going to stand with our feet underneath our shoulders. We're going to step and then come back. Okay, we're going to go 6 on each side. Six. Did I say 8? I don't know. I forgot. But I'll go to 8. And done. All right, take a break. Minute break. Sorry if I messed you up on that one. We got about 15 more minutes. So we got about 5 more minutes of intense work. And then we'll start slowing it down. All right. So now we're going to get in a split stance position. Okay. And what we're going to do is just transfer to the opposite side. Okay. Just going to be a split stance or a lunge jump. So we're going to lower down, swing the arms up. You can drop the back knee if you need to. And then you're going to push through the ground, drive those feet into the ground to switch side. The legs and arms will be doing the contralateral movement. So front foot, opposite arm is forward to start. Okay, or you can do a double swing motion. Okay, just depending on your level. Okay, so I'll do a double swing to start. We're going to go for 8 each side. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Okay, so high intensity training for the quads there, plyometric training for the lower body. My heart rate is at 162, so we're going to need some time for it to come down. So we have about a minute and 20 seconds here to relax and breathe. We're going to do one more set. While we're waiting, we can just do a nice wide hip stretch here. Bring the hips back and forward, making a circle with our hips here, our back, and our femurs. Breathe. 40 more seconds to relax. Breathe. Okay, so we're going to set up in that split stance or lunge position. Again, we're going to throw those arms up, or you can have the contralateral arm out front just like this, and then switch each side. So that's what I'm going to do for this second set. Okay, one more set, 8 reps each side. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. All right, done. Heart rate's at 140. Legs are burning. Next exercise we're going to perform at 9:30 is going to be a split jump. So the back toes are pressing into the ground. Heel and midfoot is off the ground. Front foot, stand nice and tall. Slight knee bend. Contract the glutes on that side. And make sure that both hips are facing forward. From here, Opposite of the front leg is the arm, and then other arm is pulling back. It's going to be a 1-2. 1-2. And we're going to stop. So we're going to do about 25 seconds each side. Switch. So I started with my right foot forward. Now I'm going to go left foot forward, or whatever your opposite. Front leg, opposite arm forward. Pull back. Fist can be closed or out. Okay, 25 total seconds. Remember, back foot is pushing into the ground. Knees are almost parallel. So I don't want that knee back. Knees almost parallel, and then switch. 1, 2. 1, 2. And stop. Okay, heart rate's climbing. I'm at about 145. Inhale and exhale. You're going to have about a minute and a half to breathe and relax. Breathe. Inhale. All in here, and exhale. Fill this up, your diaphragm. Let it lower. Squeeze these muscles in here, back, upper back, rib cage, and exhale it out. All right, so we got about 9 minutes left. Our high intensity workouts are over with. Now we're going to focus a little bit more on strength and mobility. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go down to the ground, and we're going to go into the butterfly position, which a lot of people are accustomed to. But this time we're going to focus on one hip at a time. I'm going to find a passive range and hold it for 30 seconds. I'm going to follow that up with 30-second pals and a 15-second rails. Okay, I'll talk you through that. So I'm passively stretching the adductors here in hip abduction. Breathing, inhale 4, exhale 8. 30 seconds. And then after 30 seconds, I'm going to start trying to internally rotate and adduct my hip. But I won't be able to because my hand is here. Start pressing in. Try to sit up nice and tall if possible. 10%, 20, 30, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70, 80, all the way to your safest and greatest effort, pushing it down and trying to get out of that stretch. And then your rails contraction after 30 seconds, you're going to try to push down actively without the hand. So try to actively bring that knee down for 15 total seconds. Squeeze all your other muscles, trying to get this knee down. Push it down. 5, 4. Try to sit up nice and tall. 3, 2, and 1. So a little unilateral pals and rails butterfly. Switch side. Breathe and hold. All we're doing is just putting tension in that end range in its progressive and regressive angular positions and adding in that isometric load. So holding here for 30 seconds. Inhale 4, exhale 8. And in a non-class setting, you'd want to hold this for at least 2 minutes. But we're just giving you a taste of what you can do here in butterfly pals and rails. So go ahead and start pressing that knee into the hand into the knee, pushing that backhand into the ground. 5, 10, 20%, 30%, 40%, 50, 60, 60 to 70, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, all the way to 100% effort. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rails. Try to get that knee down. Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. 15 total seconds. Pull it down, pull it down, pull it down. Just this side, pull it down, pull it down. Everything else is tight, and relax. Alright, from here, now we're going to work hip internal rotation. So we're going to find a hip sleeper stretch. It's probably best if your back is against the wall because you're going to have better support. So go ahead and place your back against the wall if you feel like your back is really flexed here. Otherwise, we're going to go into the bear position and we're going to internally rotate one hip. Now, if your hip goes all the way down, then you might as well work into 90-90. But if you find the right angle, you can find a good stretch. And there should be an end range position similar to this. If it's too much, again, just go into that 90-90 position and hold like this. So from here, breathing and holding, 30 seconds. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Pals contraction, you're going to try to externally rotate the hip, so the opposite. And then your rails contraction, you're going to try to deeper your internal hip rotation. So from here, 10 more seconds. We're going to hold and breathe. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Typical setting, usually 2 minutes. We're condensing that. And from here, knee into hand, hand into knee, 5%, 10%, 20%. This is going to be where the wall behind you is going to be really important. Stabilize your body here all the way to 30 to 40 to 50%, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and 70 to your greatest and safest effort for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then rails contraction, going deeper into internal hip rotation for 15 seconds. Squeeze, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then find your newly acquired range. And then you can repeat later if you do that again. Now we're going to go ahead and get the other side. Holding here. Breathing. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Trying to put as much feedback into that hip as I can. Could even do it on this side of the hip as well. This hip definitely has a lot more going on. Go ahead and start pals effort, pressing the hand into the knee, knee into the hand, 5%, 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50% effort. Press, 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 press out, trying to internally or externally rotate into the hand. 10 seconds, safest and greatest effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then rails. Go deeper into your hip internal rotation. Hip internal rotation, hold. 15 total seconds here. All the way. 3, 2, and 1, and back to your bear position. Breathe, feet back in, back to your butterfly. And now we're going to make our way to our 90-90 position. Okay, from here, we're going to try to set up so that our front lower limb is parallel with our back thigh. Our calf and thigh are kind of lined up, and then our front foot is in line with our back knee and ankle. From here, we're going to lean forward in hip external rotation here. And from here, we're going to bring our hands behind our head and challenge ourselves. And then from here, we're going to extend our elbows, internally rotate, bring the hands behind the body, hands all the way up the body, as far as possible, and then relax, and then extend, externally rotate, hands behind the body, hands behind the head, rotate. Now we're going to transition to the other side, all the way open, Internally rotate back hip, externally rotate the front hip. Lean forward here. Breathe. Breathe. Heart rate should be coming down. Last minute of work. Again, hands behind the head. Extend the elbows. Internally rotate. Extend the shoulders. Hands go up the back. So hard. And then relax. And then from here, retract the shoulder blades. Extend the elbows. Externally rotate the shoulders. Hands behind the head. And we're done. That's it. So thank you all for joining me in this body weight workout. I hope you sweat a little bit, got a little bit of your energy out that I'm sure you need from sitting all the time, and really functional exercises. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks a lot.